Hey everyone, I want to talk to you how the wrong kind of mindset can affect us moving forward in our future. Have any of y'all ever seen these old school coffee makers in a while? I mean, it's been a long time since I've used something like this. I don't even have filters. I had to go buy ground coffee to make it work. I mean, it's a process to make coffee this old kind of way. I mean, I use a Keurig coffee maker, these newer styles, which makes a coffee really quickly. But I wanted to try it out. So I bought some coffee grounds, I bought a filter and began to use it. And as I got done, I realized that there was a lot to clean up. I had to take out the old filter, I had to clean out all the coffee grounds. And I began to think that it would be pretty nasty if you tried to make coffee with an old filter, right? I mean, you wouldn't want to do that. It's old, it's used, it would really affect the coffee. But I began to think that that's what we do in our own life. Like we use old filters, we use old mindsets as we try to move forward, as we try to do new things. And this could be very dangerous. It can cause problems in our life. Just the other day as I was going to work, I was driving down the road and a light was green. I was like, yes, I'm going to try to make it. I was driving really fast and I go and I move through the light. Luckily, I made it. But I began to think that most of the times I don't make it through the light. And it's because it usually turns green right before you get to the light, doesn't it? Almost every single time. As soon as you go to pull up to that light, it's going to turn red. And you're basing those assumptions off of old filters, old experiences that you've been through. And this can be so dangerous for us in our life because it can affect our future relationships. It can affect future goals and things that we want to do in the future. So we must replace our mindset. We must replace the filter at which we view things. But when you begin to do that, it can get really messy. Because what happens, just like this old school coffee maker, to remove an old filter is going to make a mess. It's dirty. It's nasty. So to remove old filters from our life is going to take some work. It's going to be nasty. We don't want to take the time to do it. We just want to leave it in there, but it will affect our coffee and affect our life in the future if we don't remove those old mindsets. So then there's the question of, okay, what kind of filter should we have? What kind of mindsets should we have? We really need to understand that everything should be filtered through love. Everything should be filtered through this positive kind of mindset. Because if you assume something, you're going to naturally assume that it's not going to work out in your favor. It's going to hinder you from doing things. It's going to hinder your progress from moving forward. And the kind of love that I'm talking about is the love that only God can give us. You see, we have a God. We have someone who loves us so much, who has our best interest in mind. But a lot of times we don't think that we do. A lot of times we think that, we're going to get a bad batch of coffee. We're going to get bad things that happen to us in our life. But that's not the filter at which God operates. He operates through a filter of love. He's telling you each and every day, I've placed a brand new filter for you. I've given you a brand new day to start over with the right kind of mindset and with the right attitude. So the question I have for you is, how are you starting your day? Are you starting with a right kind of mindset and with the right filter? Or are you letting your day start with a bad batch of coffee? So I hope this is encouraging for you. Have a blessed week, and I'll see you soon.